Joining us on Global DJ Network, on our Facebook page and on YouTube. It's Tuesday Tips Live with me, Phil, here in my summer house because it's Tuesday Tips Live, the summer school edition for the next few weeks. Anyway, and welcome everyone. Welcome to our regulars. Also, welcome to everyone who's here for the first time and wondering what this is all about. This is all about helping you. We are Digital DJ Tips. Our job here is to help you become better DJs and better DJ producers. And we do that by giving you free material like this. We do that through our website, digitaldjtips.com, where we have reviews and show reports and features and interviews and all that. We do it through our podcast, Tales from the Dance Floor. We do it through our YouTube channel, of course, and we do it through our paid for courses. But today and every Tuesday, it's about giving you some value right here, right now, live. So if you are watching this live, awesome to have you here. Please click the share button. Don't go away without doing that if you get some value from this. But if you're watching this on the replay, well, you could have watched it live, but you'd have had to have known. And the way you know is by subscribing, clicking the notify bell, clicking the show these posts first, and all that good stuff. A very special welcome to everyone on the Global DJ Network, which is our network by DJs for DJs. And it's an awesome place to hang out. If you want to know more about the Global DJ Network, then go to our Facebook page. Gets a bit confusing, but go to our Facebook page, click message and type the word join. And we'll do the rest for you. But it's an awesome place to hang out. So a special hello to everyone joining us from over there. I'm a little bit tired today, I have to admit, because I got a flight back from London yesterday that was meant to take about 2.5, 3 hours back down here to the lovely sunny Mediterranean. And I left at 11 o'clock in the morning and I got back at about 6:45 this morning, having slept for 20 minutes. So I felt fresher, but hey, I'm not going to let that stop me bringing you the stuff that we wanted to bring you. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about 5 things that mobile DJs, last week we did 5 things mobile DJs, club DJs can learn from mobile DJs. See, I'm tired, I'm confusing myself. Last week we did 5 things that club DJs can learn from mobile DJs. This week we're flipping it around. So we're doing 5 things mobile DJs, event, wedding, corporate, party DJs, can learn from club DJs, club, bar, lounge, mixing DJs, right? So that is the vibe that we're going after this time. So these special Tuesday Tips Lives are based upon some articles we've got coming from our contributor DJ Stacey, and they're great articles. They will be published pretty soon. First one's this week and the next one is the week after, I think. So thank you, Stacey, for this material. It's awesome stuff. I think we should get going, shouldn't we? Just a few very, very early shout outs. Oh, by the way, as ever, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, especially, and thinking, get to the point, this is a recording of a live show. You are not watching a 5-minute tips video. You're watching a show where I interact with the audience and where we have a bit of fun. So if you're expecting it to get to the point, so to speak, straight away, it ain't going to, because this is about half an hour long normally. Just to pre-warn you, we've got loads of videos like that on this channel, but it ain't this one. Right, that said, a few very early hellos, and then we're going to get stuck into our 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. And if you've got any you want to share, by the way, use the comments underneath. And finally, before we get started, special news about the Laid Back Luke course. Very special news about it coming at the end. Right, hi to Kevin and Nikki and Tim, who says, don't give up the day job. I don't know what that was about, but this is the day job for me. To Omar, says, this is my first time here live. To James, says, hello all. Christopher says, good morning. Nikki says, open the curtains, lol. It's hot out there. No, I know what you're talking about, Tim. Yeah. It is a day job, so I ought to be able to get my my mobiles and my clubs in the right order, shouldn't I? Hi to Ali, hi to Omar, hi to Michael, hi to Tim, who says we need an EDM fest at Phil's summer home. We have one every Sunday afternoon out there by the pool. The kids love it. They turn the music up. We've even got lights fitted out there, so we can like literally do the whole thing. Anyway, Sasha says hello. Always good to have you here, Sasha. Hi to Cesar and Dr. Karen. Always good to have you here, Dr. Karen. And to Rajul and Nigel and Stephen. Awesome over on Facebook. Lots and lots of you. It's good to see. Hi to Maken. Okay. To DJ MYK1. To Brian and to DJ BIYC, DJ Mr. Anderson. Always good to have you here. Jamie and the crew, DJ Hyperdrive and Dim, all over there on YouTube. Right, we're going to get going. Our 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. So number 1, dudes, learn to mix. Seriously, it's 2019. There is no excuse for a mobile wedding, event, corporate DJ not to mix their music in 2019. You don't have to be, you don't have to be superstar Carl Cox but at least learn a few basic mixes. Learn to manually beat mix. Learn to use key mixing. Learn to use your cue points properly. Learn to just do a little baby scratch to start things. Maybe learn a bit of quick mixing so you can get from track to track to track when you're playing those big hits at the end of the night instead of playing a lame mega mix. You know, today's audiences want you to mix. They were brought up with club culture. They came through EDM. Now they're getting married. You need to be able to mix. Now, by the way, I know a lot of you can, and that's cool, but a lot fewer mobile DJs can mix than club DJs. It's kind of important when you're a club DJ, right? But it's getting more important for mobile DJs as well. So, you know, improving your DJ skills is marketing. Because guess what? The better you are as a DJ, the more you can charge. So it is actually, there is a really good reason to do this stuff. So learn to mix is a great one. And as I say, it doesn't have to be the complicated stuff. It can just be some of the basics in order to be able to move much more smoothly from track to track in your DJ sets. I think the biggest thing mobile DJs can learn from club DJs is mixing. Get there. There's no excuse anymore. It's 2019. Before we move on to number 2, slam mixing gets old fast. Mixing key, says Daniel. Yep, mixing in key is a great way to do it. But even if you are slam mixing, at least keep it in time on the one beat. Keep the counting going there. If you can't mix, are you really a DJ, says Nick? Oh yeah, for sure. Loads of DJs don't mix. Loads of mobile DJs generally didn't used to mix. So yeah, of course, selecting the music is always going to be the most important thing in my view. But I think mixing is also pretty much up there. So many mobile DJs do not mix, says Ryan. It's really annoying. Yep, it's true. They don't, and that's what we're here for, just to give you a little nudge if you're one of these mobile DJs who thinks, yeah, they're right, I really ought to be practicing this stuff. I really ought to be learning a bit of mixing. I've just noticed that light is growing right out of my head there. It's really freaking me out. Let's just move a little bit. That's better. There we go. Just, maybe a bit OCD or something. I don't know. Something's going on that doesn't please me at all about that. There we go. That's nice. Right. Okay. If you've just joined us, by the way, it is Tuesday Tips Live with me, Phil, here at Digital DJ Tips. We are counting through 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. Last week we did 5 things club DJs can learn from mobile DJs. You can still watch the replay of that on YouTube, on Facebook, on the Global DJ Network. This week we flipped it around. So number 2 is networking. Club DJs know all about networking. When did you last see an advert for a club DJ? You don't see adverts for club DJs, for residencies and stuff. No, it's all done by word of mouth. It's done by knowing people, by knowing where the opportunities are, and knowing when someone's leaving a club or a new club's opening or a new venue wants to change its music policy or whatever. It's all done by word of mouth. You know, a lot of people who want to break into their local resident nightclub, bar, lounge, whatever, who haven't got in there yet, they say, I don't know anyone, so how am I going to get a gig? They kind of understand, even from the outside, that it's all done by word of mouth. Once you get into the scene in your local town, city or neighborhood, that's how it works. That's how it works for club DJs. But for mobile DJs, it's very different. Certainly for a lot of mobile DJs. It's all about marketing and advertising and referrals from customers. It's you talking to your customers. They come to you, you sell them their services. Customer you. But you can get a lot more out of your mobile DJing life if you can just think about how networking might help you. So there's a lot of other professionals who you could do a favor for, who could do a favor back for you. Photographers, wedding planners, people who manage venues, cake bakers, anyone who is also providing a service to the people who you are, other musicians, hire companies, clothing companies, hairdressing salons, anyone who's providing a service to either your clients or to the, a service to your venues, or in other words, other businesses. You see, in mobile DJing, it's just the same as in club DJing in that respect. In club DJing, it tends to be the DJs who all know each other. Well, in mobile DJing, in order for an event to happen, there's lots of professionals, not just DJs. And of course, getting to know other DJs as well. We're going to get back to that in a minute, because there's a nice little way we've got of getting yourself in with other DJs in your area, other mobile DJs, and getting favors from them and back and so on. But look, just learning a bit about networking, because whereas a club DJ generally wouldn't advertise, hey, I'm a club DJ, would you like to book me for your club? Just doesn't happen. That's how mobile DJs get most of their work. There is another way, and it's just tightening up your networking. One of my collaborators, a guy called Jason Janai, some of you will know from New Jersey, USA, he's an absolute expert at this. We've actually got some training coming soon, where part of what we train is how to do this properly. But look, you don't need to buy a training course to know how to do it. Just talk to the photographers, talk to the wedding cake makers, talk to the dressmakers, talk to the venue managers and so on, and start doing them favors, start passing work their way, start recommending them to your clients, and guess what? It all comes back to you. So networking is number 2 of our 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs, and that's what we're covering here today with a very tired me. I do apologise for being tired, not quite as animated as I always am. As I was telling you earlier, arrivals, I had about 20 minutes sleep since Sunday night, so I'm a little bit jaded, I've got to say. All right then, let's have a few of your comments. Mario, hello Mario, good to have you. One of our superstar mobile DJs in our community says hello. Yes, I do that all the time, Phil. Networking with other vendors at an event is a great form of marketing, says DJ Mr. Anderson over on YouTube. Aaron says it's a great idea with suppliers and it works. So there you go. Thumbs up for that one. Aaron goes on to say, I've built up a friends base that I chat to about mobile DJing, so that's a possibility as well. Back to the mixing idea. You gotta mix to keep the party moving, right? Says Steve. Well, it certainly helps, especially in this day and age. Omar says, I always mix during my sets. The only moment I do not mix is like during the reception when people are eating. And Cesar says, transition to different types of music can be difficult for DJs. It can, but there's a lot of ways to do genre and BPM changes and so on. If you're interested in that, by the way, our Mixing Mastery and our Mixing Power Skills courses give you loads of ways of mixing between BPM and genre. You can find them on the courses page on digitaldjtips.com. All right then. So here is Armando. I love this. Armando says, I'm a mobile DJ who came from club mixing. It is staggering how many don't know how to mix, but even worse, who don't even seem to care about the set they're playing. So there you go. Some hands in the air there, literally like exasperated hands in the air, not proper hands in the air, from Armando, who just doesn't like the standards of mobile DJ mixing there. And Aaron says, I try to mix where possible, but it's sometimes not always possible. No, indeed, it isn't always possible. And just because you can mix it doesn't mean you should do it all the time, even if you're a club DJ, never mind a mobile DJ. But certainly having those skills is a good thing. All right, people, we're talking about 5 reasons or 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs here today. We've already covered DJ skills, just learn some mixing skills. For God's sake. Number 2, networking. We're going to move on to number 3 now. And by the way, for everyone asking about news about the Laid Back Luke course, it's big news and I'm going to give it you at the end. So number 3, learn to use different types of gear. Okay, so this is something that, again, club DJs just tend to do. They might have a controller at home. They might practice on their phone, DJing a bit of sets on the bus or whatever. They might have a DJ program on their laptop. They can also plug into a controller. They might happily scratch on vinyl, but also use CDJs. Club DJs tend to be interested in playing on different types of equipment, and it sets them up in 2 ways. One, creatively, it gives them more options, so they just stay fresher. But number 2, of course, it means they can walk up to and play on anything. It's a little bit different when you're a mobile DJ, of course, because you always, without fail, take your own gear with you. So you don't have to learn to DJ on anything different at all. You can just DJ on the stuff you've always DJed on. And we've all seen the mobile DJs with their 20-year-old twin CD players, front loading, you know, the little tiny wheels, and they just, or the hard disk drive all in one unit with a speaker on it, just pressing the same old buttons. No interest at all in learning anything else. But of course, in the same way that learning to mix can improve you, learning to use different gear can improve you as well. It keeps you fresher, and you never know what opportunities are going to present themselves. But also, you could sometimes simply earn more money by playing on cooler gear. Let me give you an example of that. Down here in the Mediterranean, we are on the Spanish coast here. I'm in my holiday home, but also along up a bit further up the coast in Ibiza. Anywhere along this coast, and I'm just giving you an example, they have very showy outdoor weddings, and there's quite a lot of money around here as well. So you tend to get some pretty rich people hiring very expensive venues and then looking for a DJ, right? So I know a wedding planner around here, and she told me something very revealing. She said, there's 2 DJs we generally use. We use DJ A, I can't remember the name, so I'll call them DJ A and DJ B. We use DJ A, who is great. DJ A turns up with a digital DJ gear and a laptop, and has got all their own gear. They're really good. They keep the crowd happy. They do the microphone stuff. They do a bit of scratching and mixing and so on. They're great. We love them. They're great. We book that person for most of our gigs. But the people with real money, we book DJ B for, because DJ B is, and these are her words, a real DJ. DJ B turns up with record players, and DJ B puts records on them, and it's just a lot more impressive. They stand at the front and they really DJ. They're not just using the laptop and digital gear. And I'm like, what? So they're using, do they have a laptop with them? And she said, yeah, they have a laptop and they have these record decks. But when someone wants to spend more money, that's the one we go for, not that one. So of course, you and me know what she's talking about. There's a controller DJ there, and there's a DJ using DVS, digital vinyl. They're just using Serato or whatever with control vinyl on real turntables. But guess what? It's perceived as being worth more money than the controller. Now, you and I know that is rubbish, but who cares what you or I think? If a client is prepared to pay more money for someone standing there with real turntables that are spinning around, doing exactly the same thing, controlling the same software as someone with a controller, then if you do that too, you're going to earn more money. In other words, learning to use different gear, in this instance, maybe learning to use turntables as well as a controller, is simply going to be likely to earn you more money. Now, that was just one example, but that's why learning to use different types of gear keeps you fresh, but also it could give you opportunities that you don't get sticking to the same old stuff you've always used. So number 3 in our advice for mobile DJs that you can learn from club DJs is learn to use different types of gear. Now, before we move on to numbers 4 and 5, I'm just going to go to the comments and see if you guys and girls have got stuff you want to share. Lots and lots of you are doing exactly that. Tyrell says, hey Phil, that is so true. It is true, like it or not. You know, we can't change it, but we can go with it. Maybe I will buy the Rain 12s, says G30 Jack. Yeah, we'd all love to do that, wouldn't we? So DJ Mario Luna is giving us some feedback on the mixing thing. So Mario says, in reply to mixing, I've maintained 2 club and bar residencies that have helped me to bring the club vibe to weddings with music that the bride and groom wish for. Spicing up your wedding is also key to booking more. So there's a big thumbs up there for mixing. Omar says, learn to use USB instead of just a laptop because it opens a lot of doors. I've been able to play at parties because I can't read the rest of that, but basically you're saying you can turn up and use CDJs and you don't have to necessarily bring your gear. Yeah, exactly. So a mobile DJ who can use USB can actually DJ more like a club DJ, but for that very reason, right? Armando says the more expensive gear can also be used in your favor to customers. In my price quote, I always show a package with CDJs at a higher price than with my controller. And I tell the customers that when I bring my controller, I can do the same and maybe even more musically and it will save them money. So they always end up choosing that. Right, okay, so in other words, you have a very high price. This is called price framing, isn't it? You have a very high price thing which will help people to push people towards your middle priced offering that still earns you more money. So smart stuff there, Armando. Image is so important, says Michael, when catering to higher end clients. It is indeed. DJ Mr. Anderson says, will you be getting into a DJ course that uses turntables? They do come into our courses. They come into our scratching course. I'd love to make a course because I learned on turntables. I'd really like to make a course with a little 2-channel mixer and my 2 Technics and 50 pieces of vinyl and just show how we used to do it. I'd love to do that, maybe one day. I feel turntables are the best, says Richard. As a club DJ, first and foremost, I can't help but mix at an event. This was my hook back in the day. Have a club DJ at your wedding or event, says G30 Jack. Right, we are talking about 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. We've already covered DJ skills, networking, learning to use different gear. Number 4, it's a simple one, but it's going to get you more work, mobile DJ. Post your mixes online. Use Mixcloud to legally put your mixes online and then put them on your website and then share them with people. Look, if you want to play, let's say a corporate event, and there is a booker in a local company whose CEO has said, book me something cool for our summer party. Get a good DJ. I don't want some cheesy person. I want something really cool. I want you to make it classy. So you think, right, who am I going to book? And you look around the local mobile DJs, and a few of them are like, yeah, we do parties and weddings, and and one of them says we do parties and weddings and corporate events that can be themed to your taste. And you click on the corporate events, and it says, I have done 40s events, I've done cool jazz, I've done sunset vibes, and there's a mix there attached to all these different things you've done. Now, done might just mean I made a mix and put it on Mixcloud, but they think, right, I found a DJ here who isn't like all the other cheesy DJs. This DJ can do sunset vibes. So we'll have a sunset cocktail party, and then obviously when they talk to you, you say, yeah, I can do that, and they go, but you can kind of hump it up later in the evening, right? Yeah, of course. Of course, you know that by the end of the night you'll be playing the same stuff you always play, but look, early on you've given them what made you different, and they test that by listening to your mixes. It shows you can do it. It gives them a flavour of it. So just by putting mixes on your website, and that's just one example, showing people what you can do, it allows them to picture it. It allows them to pitch it to other people and say, look, I found this DJ who does this. What do you think? You've got something to talk about. And look, if you're doing the other stuff, if you're learning to mix a little bit, then why not make these little mixes and stick them onto Mixcloud and show off what you can do? You know, club DJs do this all the time, right? It's currency in club DJing mixes, but not so much in mobile. It's a good thing that you can do to give yourself an edge. So number 4 is make mixes and share them. Get them online. Eric says, clients want to hear your work. I have several different genre mixes on Mixcloud. It's a great platform. Aaron says, I'm DJing a corporate party on Thursday. I've set up a nice chilled list for dinner and then party tunes from 10 till 12. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, isn't it, Aaron? So there you go on that one. And okay, so let's carry on. Victor says, why don't you just make a short preview of your mixes, not full? I'm a big fan of having, you see, one way I like to do this is to have your full mix, like your hour-long mix, and then you have a transitions mix, and you take all the transitions out in Audacity or something like that, any wave editor, and put them all together. So in 5 minutes, people can hear how you mix between all the tracks, but nothing else. So that's another way of doing that. So you've got, the full mix for someone who really wants to genuinely have a good listen, and you've got the short version as well. But thank you for that, Victor. Always have your mixes on your phone, says Cesar. That's a good idea. And Stephen says, I used a set of old 1980s decks last weekend. Used vinyl all night. It was an old Citronic CL12D. Good fun. Well done for using your old Citronic decks. Okay, and DJ Mr. Anderson says, I lost it over on YouTube. I lost a potential client because I had no samples of my mixes. Well, there you go. Right, we're talking about 5 things that mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. If you've caught this on the replay, subscribe, hit share, do those good things. We can bring these to you live in the future. And if you are just tuning in now, again, you probably just catching us on the off chance. Subscribe, share, like, please do these things because it helps us to do these for you. So I'd love you to do that for me. It'd be really, really good. So, okay, and before we move on to number 5, just one more comment. This is from DJ NYK1. I'm a professional and I've been mixing close to 15 years now, but I want to learn how to scratch just to add it to my skills. Well, look, we're a DJ school. We can teach you to scratch. Our Scratching for Controller DJs course is coming back very soon, but keep an eye out for that. But look, you don't need to do anything particularly flash when it comes to scratching. Just one little baby scratch, in, out, in, is enough to just show people you're doing something up there. You can get a lot of traction from very, very simple tricks. All right, cool. Number 5. What are you all drinking today, by the way? Let me know what you're drinking. I've got a can of low alcohol lager. It's very hot and I'm enjoying it. So tell me what you're drinking. I'll read a few out. Right, where are we? Number 5. This is one that if you see few DJs in the mobile event wedding world putting mixes out there, you see hardly any doing this. Make your own edits. So what do I mean by an edit? It's when you just take a track and you change it a bit to suit you. You might re-drum. A re-drum is just putting a modern drum beat under a track. You might extend the intro and outro, and that can quite often be as easy as just cutting and pasting the beginning 8 times. A bit like a word processor, cutting and pasting a word. That's how easy it is. You can use software like Audacity, Audacity. It's free to do this. Look, changing songs in order to fit into your sets is something that club DJs do like fresh air. They just do it. They just think, oh, I don't like that. They just even, Serato's even got Serato Flip, which does, you can actually program your songs to do it like there and then. But look, just changing your songs a bit to cut this bit out, change that bit, make that bit longer, to get rid of that bit in the middle you don't like. Club DJs just do it all the time. They don't even think about it. But mobile DJs don't, and you should. You should, because you can breathe life into older tracks just by sticking some modern drums underneath them, frankly. You can make tracks that are hard to mix, easy to mix by putting intros and outros on them. You can turn tracks with obscenities in them into clean tracks if you can't find a clean version elsewhere. And once you do this stuff, it encourages you to mix with your tracks that you've changed, and also it just makes your performances better. So it feeds back into all the others that we were saying. DJ skills make you more marketable, make you more money. Making mixes make you more appealing to different people. Guess what? If you make your own edits, it makes it easy to do all those things. So just editing songs, just learning the basic skills of editing. And again, we're a DJ school. I'm going to tell you this stuff. We've got a course on making your own re-edits, but it's not difficult to do this stuff. It's just a case of getting them loaded up into a wave editor, chopping chunks of 1 bar, 4 bars of music, whatever, and cut and pasting them together to make it longer or shorter, and change tracks into something that's a bit more like what you hear in your head and that's more useful to you when you're mixing. Making edits is easy, and guess what? It feeds right back into networking, because if you make good edits of songs that other DJs in your area are playing, they're going to ask you where you got that edit from, and you can say, oh, it's mine, here, I'll give it to you. Now they've got an edit of a song that they're grateful to you for giving to them. So guess what? They're much more likely to throw work your way if they get a booking that's they can't do because they've already got a booking that night and stuff, because you've done something for them. So why wouldn't they do something back for you? Helping your local DJ community by doing cool things like making edits of songs and sharing them with them. And of course, everyone owns the songs anyway, right? So it's not piracy or anything. You've all bought the original. It's just now you've got an easier edit to play. It's a great thing to do. And I think too few mobile DJs do that. As I say, club DJs just do it all the time. It's just part of what they do. DJ Dash says, I keep a crate of instrumentals and another of acapellas to do live remixes. You can plan sets and remixes in your bedroom, but you never get that adrenaline and inspiration that you get with the crowd too, right? And you just don't get that inspiration and adrenaline if you like pre-prepare mega mixes either, do you, DJ Dash? It's very true. Right, if you'd like to say anything else about any of these, lots and lots of you. Oh, someone's very kindly shared the Audacity link here. There you go. It is that one there. You'll find it in the comments, of course, as well, if you want to click on it. audacityteam.org/download. Thank you for that, Nick. Although your colon slash has been turned into the kind of grimacing face there, but hey, everyone knows what you meant. So that's cool. Thank you very much for that. All right then, listen, I promised I would tell you about something that is coming now, literally imminently. And the thing I promised to tell you about was this. It's Laidback Luke's creative DJing course. It is something that we've made with Laidback Luke. We're calling it Take the Trainer Wheels Off. It is all Laidback Luke's best tricks and best techniques and the things he does in front of 50,000 people to make people go absolutely crazy. We spent a long time, we spent many months making this with Luke, including a whole day after day after day after day on a film set, filming this. It was really intense, but it's finished, it's ready, and if you want to know more about it, that's where to go, djtips.co/Luke, because this is going to be live, hopefully, within 24 hours. And when it is, we've got a never to be repeated launch offer on this course, this video course made by us with Laidback Luke. It's going to be live, we hope, within 24 hours. As usual with these things, I've got my whole team of 10 working very hard to get our end finished, but Luke's people are working hard to finish their end as well. It might just be a day or two later than that, but we're currently hoping we can get it live tomorrow, which means you can get your hands on it tomorrow, but you have to register your interest. Otherwise, you won't hear about the launch offer and you'll be paying what everyone else is paying. And I don't want that, because you're the best of the best, because you're here, you're in our community, and we want to serve you first. So that's why we're asking you to sign up using this link to find out more about Laidback Luke's creative DJing course, coming hopefully within 24 hours, but we'll find out. That was it. That was what I had for you at the end here today. We've covered the 5 things mobile DJs can learn from club DJs. They were DJ skills, learn to mix, networking. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Learning different gear. It opens doors and it allows you to charge more money often. Posting your mixes online because it could just get you work where other DJs get overlooked. And finally, making your own edits. It makes DJing more fun. It opens up more material to you, makes your sets sound better, and it can even help with networking. I think we're done there. Just one or two more comments because why not? Steve Walton says, just remix on the fly. I do both club and mobile, and I find the crowd love it when I remix on the fly. You can't beat a good mashup. If you've got the equipment to take vocals out of one track and add it to another while live mixing, then you're a real DJ. No pre-recorded crap. Well, I think there's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other there, Steve. I think there's great use cases for doing your own re-edits and also great use cases for DJing live. But great to hear you're doing that stuff. And Matt says, I think we'll end on this one. Matt says, chicken song re-edit. Can we run a competition on that, guys? I think we'll probably pass on that one today. Listen, thank you very much, everyone who's come here for today's Tuesday Tips Live. As I say, I do apologise for being a little bit off my usual high energy on the ball pace, but I'm really tired. I've had about 20 minutes sleep due to a very badly cancelled flight, which I don't want to talk about because I'll probably get angry all over again about it. But basically I was sat on a plane for about 11 hours instead of 2. It wasn't fun at all. So I didn't sleep last night, like literally 20 minutes. So I'm a little bit tired, but it's the end of the working day here in Digital DJ Tips Land. So I'm going to be off now to finish my low alcohol beer, have a little dip in the pool and relax. So I'll see you next week. But if you are interested in that laid back Luke course, again, go there because if you don't, then this is going to be full price for you, full price, and you don't want that. You want the launch offer that we're telling people about who register there. It'll be very limited. It's coming tomorrow or the day after, so do click that if you're interested. Right, we're done. Guys and girls, get good, get out there, make the moments, and I will see you again very soon. Meanwhile, from all of us here at Digital DJ Tips, you have a great week. Laters.